To successfully seduce women, a man pretended to be a modeling agent and asked a woman if she wanted to be a model. When he found out she was a yoga instructor, he lied, saying her figure was perfect and that it would be an honor to photograph her, promising her 7,000 euros as payment. Upon hearing this, Annie rejected the offer. Although the pay was high, she had no experience as a model. Annie insisted on her refusal, stating that she didn't need the money. Hearing her response, the man wasn't discouraged. To ease her doubts, he left a card on the table and asked her to think about it before answering. As she watched the man leave, Annie stared at the card, lost in thought. $7,000 for half a day. No one could resist such a temptation. Soon she told everything to her husband, thinking he would refuse. Surprisingly, he supported her unconditionally. He didn't want his wife's physical advantages to go to waste, so he was completely in favor of the photos. With her husband's support and encouragement, Annie followed the address on the card and quickly found Nick, the modeling agent. When Nick learned Annie wanted to be a rookie model, he asked his assistant to prepare everything, and so, without any precaution, Annie entered the apartment. In front of the camera, she felt somewhat nervous, but Nick told her to act naturally, that she was born to be a model. With Nick's constant flattery, Annie began to lose her bearings. When the session ended, Nick asked her to go home and wait for news. If her photos passed the interview, she would have endless riches. Worried she had performed poorly during the session, Annie left the apartment with uneasiness. But, surprisingly, 2 hours later, she received notification about the interview. The assistant informed her she had been selected. The news filled Annie with joy. Believing she was truly born to be a model, she immediately shared the news with her husband, who was also excited. His wife only had to pose for some photos and would easily earn good money. Both of them were immersed in happiness. The next day, Annie returned to Nick's apartment. When he opened the door and saw her, Nick couldn't help but smile.
Am I early?
His behavior puzzled Annie. She was supposed to be there for a photo shoot, but only Nick was in the room. Seeing Annie becoming alarmed, Nick decided to reveal his true identity. He confessed that he was a criminal. If she wanted to stay alive, she would have to do exactly as he said, or he could kill her at any moment. Annie was completely terrified. She ran to hide in the bathroom, but Nick followed her immediately. He warned her that if she didn't want to lose her life, she should put on the clothes in the bag. Annie became an instrument in the criminal's hands. This is a story that happened in real life.